who have allowed us to, you know, basically produce our shows there. Now we've been able to get credited with them, and we can go and use their equipment to produce their computers and everything to produce our shows, which they have legitimate programs to do, which are expensive, that we don't have and don't have the access to.
Yeah.
And so it's great that a public access thing like that's allowing us to use their equipment.
Yep, and all you gotta do is go through the orientation and
Yeah, any of you can do it, and you.
It's $25 to be a member. You gotta be a member though.
Yeah, and you can become a member of Access Humboldt, and you can make your own show as well.
And so yeah, back to a couple of the major travesties we've had to deal with throughout the production process of bringing this show with legitimate news and information to you guys is formatting issues. Sometimes it would say, you know, oh well, you need to have like any MPEG type's okay, and we'll put like an MPEG 2 and then it won't work. Or sometimes we'll try and convert it, and the program that we're doing the conversion with would do like a poor quality conversion. For instance, when we try to convert it to an FLV as a file type for Flash videos, and we'll try and convert to that, and it will come out with like really poor audio quality, like clicking and snapping. It almost sounds like an old record, and it doesn't sound like cool, authentic. It's like obnoxious, crappy sound. And so, I mean, that's another problem that we had. And then sometimes when you, not just like doing conversions before we upload them and trying to accommodate all these different websites, file types, but sometimes you load it up online and they convert it. And after all the hours and hours of uploading, and even sometimes an error will go by, and you'll have to re-upload, then we upload, and then it'll convert, and then the conversion will have an error, and then we have to upload all over again. And so, I mean, we've gone through like so many different services, for instance.
And even if you convert the file yourself, which I've done myself, I've converted on my own program and then upload it as the file format that they want, they still try and convert it. It's like, so I don't know what the deal is with all that. No. It's just like, it's just crazy websites out there and all these programs and stuff, and that's why we want to really get a comprehensive guide out there, and we're putting a shout out to all of the IT geeks around there. Hey dudes, you guys should rewrite some of the programs. This is some customer feedback for you. Probably little mini things you guys can fix and tweak, and your stuff would be excellent. Because we love the open source. Blip.tv has been nice enough to keep us on their thing going.
Yeah, that's the one that worked.
And they're doing our show there as well.
Yeah, we tried a ton of different video upload services.
The NAU servers have been doing good. They've kept our website
not for
up.
Video upload, but yeah.
They don't do video upload, but they've kept the website going.
They do. It's 100 meg limit.
We did get attacked once on our website, which was by some type of a spammer out there. Which there's a lot of spam bots that go through and they try and fill up your site with like BS
prescription
advertisements.
drug lawsuit.
It was some ridiculous medical like prescription thing that we're like against in the first place, and they try and fill it up over our website. And I wouldn't ban all those people because we're basically not going to allow that type of illegitimate activity. You want to come on and spam our website, that ain't going to happen. You're going to get banned real quick and be reported to the ding servers, essentially, to be banned from all servers that are involved with it.
But please go to unstackingthedeck.ning.com and you can actually join as a member, and you can partake in forum discussions and helping us with the show, and maybe helping us get content or giving us feedback and that kind of a thing. So we'd love to have real people, not bots, on our site. But yeah, back to some of the video upload services. Google Video actually was the best video upload service I ever experienced. And I used to upload videos to them all the time.
Yeah.
You actually look up video upload services and Google Video still comes up, which is really frustrating. And you can even download the software tool for doing
Google
the
Video
uploads.
Doesn't exist anymore.
No, because they got basically scaredy pants status because all the liability stuff didn't want anything to do with it. Bought up YouTube,
but they bought YouTube,
and then they have all these other search results pop up that are from third-party sites and that kind of a thing. So it's really sad that Google stopped doing that, and it's also shows like basically how people self-censor their own rights or things that they would normally exercise, things that they would do, such as Google stopping video upload services because of intimidation over copyright laws and that kind of a thing.
Which goes back to what we said in the beginning, that if these people are broadcasting stuff over our public airwaves, which is owned by everyone, you all have a right to record it. You all have a right to copy it and to watch it and to show it to your friends. It's fully legitimate. It's totally fair use. And these people that want to claim that they own it when they broadcast waves over my house, it's like that's not legitimate.
That we own. Yeah.
So
that's like if somebody comes into your house and they bring like a bunch of food in your house. Use your kitchen, use all your silverware, and use your dishes, and use your pots and pans, and they cook like this chronic meal, and you can smell it all throughout the house, and even the neighbors are like, "Oh man, something smells really like quality over there." Some gourmet chef action going on, and then you're sitting there, and they tell you can't eat, and then they just leave your house, and then they leave all the dirty dishes and all that kind of crap, which is basically what's happened. But one of the things that's been really ridiculous we've had to deal with in this production process is actually this the story that we had about the guy that left the anarchist book fair and was basically reported for being a terrorist threat by some unknown, anonymous coward, basically saying that he was a terrorist when he was just talking about his book fair. Apparently, we played an Associated Press clip of them interviewing him, and we actually received a complaint on YouTube. And so we don't know if that was like someone who just doesn't like our show or what, or if there's just someone surfing that's for the AP that happened to come across the show. But we basically got flagged. They didn't take our video down, but we replied saying that it was completely like a fair use.
Yeah, and we contested their entire thing. We contested it, and
still
we haven't had a response from them, which tells me that it is legitimate and it is fair use. And in fact, in this book, our Unfree press, the one that's our book of the week, they actually discuss in there where the AP had a court case that they already went through. This is already on the AP wires, because they have wire services that everyone picks up the news from. And it's already been to court. These guys, it's all fair use. Anyone can use it. They're all news stories. We can all talk about it. It's all for public commentary. That's what the news is. That's why it's protected under the First Amendment, because it's all supposed to be out there. It's all supposed to be open source. That's why our show is open source. That's why we don't copyright our stuff. It's all part of the public domain.
Yeah, and once again, we got to give props to Access Humboldt for being accessible to
and being as open source as a group like that can be.
And they don't even screen your stuff. And back to this whole being flagged and whatnot for having copyrighted content or whatever. We had the story last show about how indiscriminately people from the music industry go and shut down people's music blogs, delete all their content, don't even back any of the stuff up. Their stuff's just gone in a heartbeat. All the work. I mean, anybody that's put up a website, can appreciate how outrageous that is, that somebody could just take it down just because you have a song they think that you shouldn't have used. So thankfully we didn't have that dramatic of an experience, but we've had tons of other problems like tag limits and content limits and other things like that. So it's definitely not been easy, and as we said, we want to provide a guide for all you aspiring independent film producers out there to try and provide some content for Access Humboldt and any other public access entity for people that are watching beyond the North Coast region.
So yeah, that pretty much wraps up our interview segment, and we hope all of you listen to the issues we've had and try and avoid them for yourself. And we'll try and put out some tips there so you guys can get to some good programs and good legitimate websites to use. Because of course we have come across ones that have worked for us. Like we've said, Access Humboldt's worked good. The Ning servers have worked good. Blip.tv, for the most part, has worked good.
But still, there's always the potential. A lot of these sites say they can just take you down basically at any time for any reason.
And when anybody is running a server that's hosting your material, that's going to be the case, which is why, of course, the ultimate solution to all of this is to run your own servers.
Yeah. So if we can get some kind of financial support from any viewers out there that have the ability to help support this project,
people that know how to run servers,
know how to run the servers, or maybe have a server, or a combination of both, we could really use your help in order to promote this show and to increase its production value and its accessibility, and to decrease the kind of flack we have to deal with by trying to provide it for you free online, because we're going to continue to do the show pretty much for free. We're not going to ever charge anybody for any information. It'll be free
continually, because we believe in freedom and we believe in open source material and not copywriting ideas and what should be there for the benefit of all of humanity.
Yep. So hope you've enjoyed this bizarre interview segment here, and if you have any questions for us or any feedback, please, like we've said before, get in touch with us either on the blog, unstackingthedeck.ning.com, or at our email, which is unstackingthedeck@gmail.com.